All right, let's sit him here, get something to tie him up with, Knight said as he and Ataris entered the base with their captive still slung over Knight's shoulder. The soldier was put in a chair and tied up with some rope that Ataris found. When he wakes up we pump him for intel and turn him over to Longbow. They can do what they want with him after we're done, Knight said as he took a seat across from the soldier and waited for him to wake up. Ataris splashed a glass of ice water on the man's face to help in the waking process. Where am I? The man asked as he came around. Not important, Knight said. What is important is what Malta has to do with Ernesto Hess, he said. Who? The man asked. Ernesto Hess, the man that until a week ago was in charge of new hero orientation. We found files on his computer that link him to Malta. Now what do they have going on? Knight asked. Look, I'm just a low-level grunt. I have no idea what's going on. I just go where I'm told, the man said. How'd you know we'd be on the roof? Ataris asked. The man started to answer when a dagger flew through the air and impaled the man in the chest. Knight and Ataris turned around to see several women in black leather bodysuits armed to the teeth standing near the entrance to the base. Secondary objective complete, the dagger woman said to the others. Proceed with the primary objective, she said. The other women hit the small buttons on their belts and disappeared under a cloaking device. And here I thought we'd get to have a nice chat, Knight said. Breach, he yelled to anyone within the base before he rushed toward the lead assassin. Jessica rushed to the main entrance area of the base, Arson and Flower Child behind her. They saw Knight and Ataris engaged in combat with unseen attackers. Does anyone else not see what we're supposed to be fighting? Jessica asked before being struck in the face by one of the assassins. The blow knocked her back into Arson and Flower Child. But she recovered quickly and looked around for any sign of where the attack had come from. Knight had managed to grab one of the assassins and punched her belt. This caused her cloaking device to malfunction and make her visible again. He picked the woman up and heaved her into a wall across the room. He paused for a second to make sure she didn't get back up before he turned his attention to any other attackers. As he turned around, he was struck in the chest by a throwing star bomb. The blast sent him flying backward, his armored chest heavily dented. Knight! Ataris shouted as he phases shifted his body to its intangible form and went to his leader's side. Flower Child had created a wall of roots between Arson, Jessica, and herself to buy time so they could formulate a plan. We need to find a way to see them, Arson said as she saw the roots in front of them being hacked away at by a sword on the other side. Jessica thought for a second. Hollow Man, she said. Yes, it sucked. How does this help us? Arson asked impatiently. In the movie, they could see the invisible man by the water from the sprinkler system covering his body, Jessica explained.